what you find in this spiritual path, as you probably know, is as you move through it and you peel away the layers of what's been imposed upon you by the world and the self-truth that you've created from that, and you reveal who you are as a soul on a journey, you start to see everyone around you on their own unique journeys, much like you are. And you begin to understand from a broader perspective the beauty of that. And it builds your relationships with everyone, especially those that are most important to you. So my journey started probably 15 years ago, my spiritual expansion journey. And it evolved out of getting to a place where I just felt lost and I just felt uninspired. And I had everything that you would think that would be success in the world. I had an amazing job, I had a degree and another degree, and I was making great money. And I remember getting to this place and saying, everything that I thought success was doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel fulfilling. And why do I still have this pull internally and this feeling like something's off? And it's a strange feeling to have when you've spent 15 years or 20 years pursuing an existence, that when you finally reach the finish line, that it doesn't feel right. And so that set me on a path of exploration that began in a bookstore in Florida when I was just called to a certain section. Cool little bookstore, great energy. It just felt really good. And I was just looking for books on spirituality. I had begun to explore that, kind of removing myself from this whole practical world that I had lived in up to that point. And this book almost like stood out on the shelf to me. It was called Journey of Souls by Michael Newton. And that book blew my mind open just in terms of new perspective and new things to think about. And that's what I think the beautiful thing about it, about just wanting to explore in terms of your existence here, is that you can be presented with all these amazing perspectives to think about. And what you find is the deeper you go in a certain perspective, that perspective will start to intertwine with other ones. And it's in this commingling of perspectives, what seems to be a perceived, totally different theory or culture or system, shares very big similarities with other ones. And it's in those intersections where the answers are. And so for me, what I've come to believe is that we're souls on a journey here. And we've put ourselves in specific circumstances around specific people to challenge ourselves to learn and be patient and be compassionate and to push ourselves to places we haven't been before, with people helping us do that. And you get to this place by separating this identity construct that you've created for yourself, which is really just truths that you believe about yourself based on your own education over time. But if you think about it, everybody is just, for the most part, a set of education and standards of the life that they have lived. So you're really just the sum of your experiences at the end of the day. But what we're trying to get back to is the core of who we are beyond our specific set of experiences, because that is our commonality, right? If we strip away this set of experiences that we've had through life, that is our commonality. And again, I believe that is that we're just all unique, infinite beings here to learn. And the great part in terms of your relationship from that viewpoint is that you respect everyone else's journey, and you want everyone else to have a journey of growth, and you want them to have that journey of growth in their own unique way, because everyone carries a set of ingrained skills and a set of ingrained character that they operate within the world. And because we're this microcosm of one infinite universe, we're intended to be here expressing ourselves as that. And you would want everybody to express themselves in their own unique way. And why this is such an amazing tool to improve relationships with those important to you is if you start to back away from trying to impose your own success and your own standardization method of going through life on others, you free them to be exactly who they are, much like you would want to free yourself to be who you are. And that puts us in a place of just understanding that we're all on these unique, independent journeys. And if we simply appreciate that and support those close to us in their own unique journeys, whatever that looks like, that is the absolute best support that we can give them. So everyone has difficult relationships. Everyone has places they'd like to improve in relationships with friends and families. A lot of people have strained relationships over years and years. But if we start to think about all of our journeys in this context, we have a little bit more empathy for the challenges that everyone experiences on their path, because we're all experiencing challenges. And we become a more thoughtful supporter, a more informed supporter, and have a wider perspective on how to support those people that are important to us.